Hey everyone, welcome to day 20 of our 30-day self-improvement challenge. This is Claude McFarlane, founder and CEO of the McFarlane Group, and today we're here to talk to you about the concept of mindset. It's something that I've seen recurringly coming up over and over and over again as I've spoken to people in the community, leaders in the community, people just in my own personal life, and it's all about the fact that it starts up here. That you can't expect change out here unless you have change in here first. And it's like, what is our mindset? What is it that we're thinking about? What is the thought process that's driving the actions that we're doing, in our community and in our world today? And it really begs the question, first and foremost, which is, what is mindset, right? It's a state that your mind is in that dictates your thoughts towards achieving a goal or your purpose. And it's really easy to confuse with feelings. That the general alignment of your thoughts, which is your mindset, is very different from how you feel at a given time, which is your emotions. And emotions always change with circumstance. And mindset, on the contrary, supersedes circumstance and is more deeply connected, with the end goal. If you look at a long distance runner, for example, they have the mindset of finishing first in the race at all times. Even though how they feel during the race changes and the circumstances during the race change, which affect how they feel overall. So you really need to ask yourself, is your present state of mind accurately reflective of your mindset or of your emotions? And I believe that we truly underestimate the power of a changed mind, at the root of our being. We more often than not focus on changing the end results of our mindset and not the mindset itself. Our focus instead is on what we can change outwardly, but we rarely put emphasis on the starting point, which is what we need to change inwardly. And we focus on the fruit instead of the root. And the thing is, if we don't primarily focus on the root cause of things, we'll never see the fruit. It'll never happen. And so many times, me personally, I focused on finances and the issues it bears as opposed to the root of what brought that issue to be in the first place. This happens in relationships and careers and in parenting even. All of the outcomes, which these things bear first start as a result of your mindset. And another way of describing mindset that I thought about is the vision that's tangibly put into place to yield your desired results. Okay, if you know what you really want in life, if you know how you really want to live your life, and you really know how you should be living your life, does that mindset accurately reflect the action plan that's necessary for you to achieve it? That's the question that you're really dealing with. And no one is saying that this is a fixed, stagnant, thing. It's this whole concept of mindset. Rather, it's ever changing. Your mindset is so powerful in its application, yet it's so flexible in its nature. It lends to my first concept in my principle of rise, which is the whole redefinition and reinvention of self. And we'll go into that during the last 4 days of this 30-day challenge. But just being human and taking that and coupling that with the complexity of our minds, we have to have the ability to shift on a dime. And that concept is a skill that needs to be manifested in your life. You've got to learn how to incorporate flexibility into your mindset. Absolutely. You don't know what life's going to throw at you at any second. You don't know how the enemy is going to try to derail you. You need to be able to shift and be flexible, but you need to keep the same goal. And again, it's not related to your emotions of how the situation changes, but rather the mindset you've adopted way beforehand related to the desired outcome of your situation. Okay, your mindset needs to also be like a machined version of a sponge. That's willing to just identify and develop. Always be on. Always be on. Be prepared for the opportunity and have your mindset drive you to a higher level of what your destiny is supposed to be. Identify those skill sets, your purpose, your passion. Develop those things that by challenging yourself and pushing yourself until you get to where you need to be. And watch out for, you guys have probably heard me say it before, but watch out for the annoying negative nuisances. When people don't know or they don't understand the rationale of your mindset, they will, intentionally or unintentionally, seek to destroy it. When you are in a fixed mindset, revved up, passionate, ready to go, most often than not, people will question it and shamelessly throw negativity at it. They'll ask, well, why? They'll say, are you sure? that may not work. You know what I think you should do is, they say those things, and it really just annoys the mess out of you, doesn't it? I mean, and I'm not saying don't listen to people or not to be open. But what I'm saying is also develop the fortitude to hold true to the mindset that makes you you. Okay? Don't easily be derailed. In closing, I believe that mindset that you establish for yourself is what's most important. Know that you matter. Don't worry about what other people think in relation to how your mindset fits into the world. God put you here for a reason, and it's to fulfill His purpose, His plan. It's way more bigger and way more complex than any one person. Okay, and I think that like when you look at the example of that individual that made that little plastic thing on the end of your shoelace, I bet many people looked at him or her pretty crazy when they expressed their mindset for that idea. And though it may not be as significant as researching the cure for cancer, just think about what your shoelaces would look like if you didn't have that little plastic thing on there. And I know that person who invented that or came up with that idea is probably a gazillionaire right now. Okay? So the point of that is that you need to stay in the lane of your mindset and let what's in your heart inspire the formation and execution of your mindset. So, thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you for listening to, another one of my long drawn out messages. But, mindset is just so important. And it's one of those things that you have to do way beforehand before you even think about getting to where you want to be. So if you have questions, if you have comments, please feel free to contact me at themcfarlanegroup@gmail.com. Feel free to find me on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, and my website where I have my new book out, McFarlaneGroupLLC.com. So thanks, guys. Have a great start to the week and push forward and know that you are blessed and you are important. Have a good day.